Hello everybody, welcome back to World of Warships Legends. I am Zarkoon, and today I've got a rather fun video for you where I do the dreaded channel run down to Brothers, which is something that usually doesn't pay off, but in this case it will. Now, I spent an inordinate amount of time looking at the ship roster there, because I noticed that player that I know from another YouTuber, T-Bull, his Discord, is in the game. And that player is Stylo Berlin in the York, right over there. So, nice to see Stylo in this game. Very good player, probably better than I am. But anyway, on to this battle. We've got a enemy Gneisenau over there. I take a shot at him, and most of the salvo ends up hitting the rock. Not the best of starts, I must admit. So I'm kicking on the brakes just in case he's inclined to shoot back at me, because I assume that he will be able to hit me. And then there's an enemy York over there, so I line up a shot on him, hoping for perhaps a citadel. But these shots go out. They do end up hitting the York for about 9,000 damage, and the Gneisenau misses us. We threw off his aim by making a turn. Torpedoes incoming, but they run out of juice before they can reach us, so that's great. Now gonna line up for another shot at the enemy York, who is about to go behind an island. These shots are off. More torpedoes incoming, but they are not going to come anywhere near us. Do peg the York again. Not a whole heck of a lot of damage. And we've got some destroyers over there, so we are going to turn, because we do not want to be hit by torpedoes. That is not, that's just not what you want to happen to you in a battleship. There's a pesky evil Atlanta over there, shooting at the friendly Gneisenau, and one of the teammates that is still in the base points out that a Bayern is coming down the channel for a channel run, an ill-advised channel run, I might add, because he was, spotted immediately as he was going down the channel. I am aware of him, so is the cruiser in our base. I'm going to take a shot at this Akatsuki, but Stylo in the York finishes him off. So, on to the base now, because we have got an Icarus entering. So, basically, it's just me and this friendly cruiser. I think it's a Japanese cruiser in the base defending against this Icarus, and once the Bayern gets up, the Bayern. So I take a shot at the Icarus. I hit him for 1,200 damage. Take another shot with the rear guns, another 1,200 damage. The cruiser pegs him for quite a bit more. Guns are about reloaded. I am kicking on the brakes just in case torpedoes are incoming, which they may very well be. After all, this is a destroyer. So, another shot. Surely this one will end him. Nope, another 1,200 damage. But luckily the cruiser ends him for us. Now, the Bayern is taking shots at the cruiser. I would prefer it if my teammate were not killed, so I am going to kick it into full gear, and I am going to try and draw the Bayern's fire. There is a single torpedo coming this way. It misses the bow of my ship there, and now the Bayern is in sight. So I take a shot, and of course the shot is not well aimed, so all of them miss. But I think I have captured the Bayern's attention. Unfortunately, I'm almost broadside in him, or broadside to him. Luckily, my friendly teammate there gives me a little push to help me complete my turn. I thank him for his service, and now I am going to sail into the channel and take on this cheeky Bayern, who thought that he could sail down the channel and take the base. He has already failed at that, and now he is reversing, because I assume he is aware of the fate that awaits him. And of course, that fate is getting torped by yours truly in the good nice now. So that's what I intend to do. I intend to sail up this channel and torp him. I don't know that at this point, I don't know that I'm going to go all the way through the channel. I may turn around, I'm thinking, and not go through it, but it looks like the enemy is spread out from their base. It appears that only one ship right now is actually in the base, and nobody seems to be paying attention to me entering the channel, because they are engaged with, the other ships on the friendly team. And so I feel like I don't have a whole lot to worry about, and I am very confident that I can take on this Bairn. Probably not with my guns, though, because they, as you can see, are not too effective. In fact, I have switched to HE here in order to attempt to light a fire. Of course, he is broadside when I do this, so AP might have been the better choice there, but he is backed right into the beach. So now he has no choice but to go forward, and I am closing in on him. His doom awaits. He knows it. I know it. I'm just waiting for him to fire his main guns, and then I will do a turn and launch the torps. He's holding back fire. His secondaries, there they go. Fires on me. Does a couple penetrations for a little bit of damage, but nothing compared to what's about to happen to him. Torps are off, and all three are going to hit. Very good. Oh, and of course they leave him with just enough health to potentially fire another shot off at me, but he doesn't get to, because the secondary gunners helpfully finish him off for and then award us the close quarters expert. So now I'm thinking, I'm all the way up here. I'm going to take shots at this Nagato. He is quite low health. I'm sure I can finish him off. So I'm going to go around the corner here, get eyes on the good nice now, pop the heal. Or not the good nice now, sorry, the Nagato. I am the good nice now. And there is the Nagato. So here we go. Shots out. What will happen? And nothing spectacular. So he's not paying attention to me at all. His guns are pointed well away. And I get the rear gun involved. There we go. Probably not going to get too much out of that either. But the two front guns... Oh, actually, that was a much better hit. Two front guns are now loaded. And I'm going to take the shot and citadeled him right to the bottom of the ocean. He is gone. Now, here is where I make a very stupid mistake. Apparently, I am not paying attention to the minimap at all. I'm looking at my teammates, even though the rest of the enemy team is to my port side. Finally, I notice them. The enemy now gets a nice penetration on me and takes me down to just below half health. And now we have this evil, pesky little Atlanta here who is going to HE spam me into oblivion unless I can kill him. And of course, I probably am going to have a difficult time with that. He is broadside, which, fine. But I fire a salvo at him, get one overpen. And that's just the story with these lightly armored little cruisers like the Atlanta. You can fire right into their broadside with these battleship guns and the AP, but as long as they're giving you a flat broadside, you're much more likely to overpen than you are to get a penetration on them. But I'm still going to fire at him. He is my #1 target because he will be able to kill me in short order here. I do not have my damage control, and I am on fire once. So things are looking pretty grim. He is making a slight turn there, so I'm thinking maybe once my guns get reloaded, I can get another shot off on him and potentially citadel him, but he is broadside again. Take another shot. Pretty much get nothing for it. And the enemy Gneisenau over there has just about killed me, so unfortunately I have made a critical error, but I do have the high caliber medal in the close quarters expert. I do get taken out by that pesky Atlanta, but I decide I'm going to continue and watch this game. It's 4 versus 4. We are ahead on points, just barely, so the team may be able to pull through and win this even with my crazy, reckless, driving up the channel move, which, by the way, I would not recommend you do on a regular basis. Usually what ends up happening is what happened to me there. Might have been able to prevent my fate if I had been paying more attention, but for whatever reason I was not, and that Atlanta was able to burn me to essentially burn me to death. But now the count is 4 versus 3 on the friendly side. We've got a York here approaching a friendly New Mexico who has no health left. He gets his guns off and finishes off the York, and then the Atlanta finishes him off. So that leaves it 3 versus 2. 1 half-ish health Atlanta, and I think Jervis. Oh no, the Atlanta's less than half health. The Jervis is a little bit more than half health. So one of the cruisers is taking shots at the Atlanta, and the enemy Jervis is concentrating on the friendly Jervis. That Atlanta is thankfully about to go down. What a tragedy. Just kidding. Every time an Atlanta dies, I smile because they are evil ships. They need to be destroyed. But boy, do I wish I had one. Anyway, now it is 3 versus 1. Enemy Jervis, friendly Jervis, 2 cruisers. There's that pesky little destroyer. He's taking a shot at that cruiser. And the friendly Jervis is taking a shot at him. And that enemy Jervis takes out the cruiser, which was a Nuremberg. So now, essentially, it is 1 versus 1, Jervis versus Jervis, because the other friendly cruiser is not really in much of a position to assist. So the friendly Jervis launches a torpedo salvo in the enemy's general direction, and the enemy is sunk by a torpedo. How embarrassing. Well, anyway, I thought that was kind of a fun game, so I decided I'd put it on the channel. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I've got more World of Warships content coming all the time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.